The crypto funds flow report has now come out showing us exactly where the biggest institutional investors and the biggest whales in the world were investing their money last week. And of course, knowing that we like to base a lot of our decisions off what the smart money is doing, today we're going to cover exactly what this report said and what it could mean for the rest of the market. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all and let's get straight into the video. So what we can see here, of course, is that digital asset investment products, or crypto in general, saw record weekly inflows totaling 2.7 billion US dollars. This brings the total inflow year to date to 10.3 billion, which is just shy of the record 10.6 billions for the whole of 2021. Now, think about that for a second. In 2021, we saw the total inflows at $6 billion. This year, 10 weeks into the year, we're at 10.3 billion, likely going to smash through that number by next week. Think about that when people say, no, what catalysts are there? There's no liquidity, all these things. Think about that. Absolutely insane. We are probably going to 3, 4, 5x maybe the liquidity, 5x the inflows that we saw in 2021. So just think about how far that can go in terms of even things like an altcoin season, inevitably when those funds do start to flow towards altcoins. Could be one of the biggest cycles we've ever seen. We can see here that it continues on to say Bitcoin remained the focus of investors, seeing a $2.6 billion inflows, with year-to-date inflows now representing 14% of total assets under management. Solana, of course, having endured a bout of negative sentiment over the prior weeks, now saw US 24 million inflows just last week itself. Now, before we talk about the specific cryptos, let's just kind of look to see where this money's flowing from. So what we can see here is that Grayscale's GBTC is still getting demolished. $1.6 billion of outflows just last week alone. So I want you to think about that. They are eventually going to run out of Bitcoin to sell. It is destiny. They will eventually run out. It's just how this thing works. And if they run out in the time frame that we are still seeing something like iShares or Fidelity still scooping up Bitcoin, that's the point in which we're really going to see all the supply getting absorbed off the market and people not being able to get their hands on Bitcoin anymore. Causing that supply shock, causing that supply and demand curve to absolutely take off upwards. And then obviously that does mean Bitcoin's price does usually go up. Now, looking at this, we can see that iShares alone picked up another 2 billion of Bitcoin last week. Fidelity picked up 1.3 billion of Bitcoin last week. Absolutely insane, with a little bit distributed across the rest. ARK shares at 187 million, and of course Pro shares at 189 million. But I want you to think about that. Let's say hypothetically GBTC or Grayscale Investments drops down to 300 million. In the same time frame where we're seeing 3.3 billion across these two, meaning there's $3 billion of inflows, and all of that inflow, now all of the crypto that they're buying isn't them buying it back from Grayscale, it's them buying it now from the open market. Think about what that could mean for crypto. Just put your mind to that. Absolutely insane. Now, in terms of what exactly they're buying, obviously the vast majority is Bitcoin. Of course, looking at 2.6 billion of the inflows itself, with Ethereum at a negative 2.1 million inflow, which is, not necessarily surprising, but Ethereum's price has been doing well, so I would expect the inflows to look a little bit better for this week. Multi-asset at 3.2 and Solana at 23.6. Honestly, not bad at all. Solana's outperforming all the rest. The only ones, doing decently well as well are Polkadot, XRP, and Cardano, and Litecoin kind of decently with 7.3 across the rest. So you add all of them up and they're not even remotely close to what Solana's doing, and I think that should say something. Like everyone always talks about on my channel, like, Tyler, why are you so bullish on Solana? Why have you been talking about Solana for 3 years now? And it's like, okay, if they're investing more into this one than any of the other ones, why would I not be? You know what I mean? Why would I not be? Now, even for Solana itself, you guys can see this TVL is consistently growing. And what this means is that as that liquidity is being injected by institutional investors into crypto and into Solana, it's funneling into Solana's ecosystem as well. And that's what we really want to see. And that's what's going to really build up the foundation for Solana to hit that $500, $1,000 price target one day. And so because of this, of course, I am extremely bullish on what we're seeing right now. It shows that we are still getting the supply just scooped up by the rest of these institutions. And I think it's likely going to happen as well if we do see Grayscale start to run out pretty soon here. So very happy what I'm seeing from a Bitcoin perspective, even happier from what I'm seeing from Solana, even though it's not a lot, just because it goes to show that the continuation of this flow to Solana will continue to help Solana's price move going forward. And so with that in mind, I just wanted to give you a quick update today talking about what was happening on chain, what they're buying, who's buying what, and all that good stuff. So of course, if you do enjoy these videos, make sure that you do like this video. I have been going live a lot more recently, doing live streams talking about stuff like this, technical analysis, meme coins, and much more. So make sure you press subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't forget, so you won't miss that video. And of course, I will see you all soon in the next one. I hope you have an absolutely amazing Tuesday, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.